Hi, in this lesson, we are going to learn what a vector is. In order to understand why a vector quantity is important, maybe we should take a look at scalar quantity first. A scalar quantity is a physical quantity that can be completely described by a magnitude, and the word magnitude can be used interchangeably with other words like scale, size, and amount. As an example, if I tell you that this cup of coffee has a volume of coffee of 200 milliliter, it's completely understandable that this is the amount of coffee inside the cup, and you need only one amount or one magnitude, 200 milliliter, to explain that. The second example is temperature. If I tell you that the weather outside is 25 Celsius, it's completely clear what I mean by that. The last example of a scalar quantity is distance. If I say the track number 1 has a distance of 400 meter, you understand that if you run in track 1, you have to go to a distance of 400 meter. So all of these scalar quantity can be described by a magnitude or a scale, a size, or an amount. Let's take a look at this example now. We are in a room and we see a sofa there. And I ask you, can you move the sofa by 1 meter? Naturally, you will ask me where I want it moved or in what direction I want it moved, because the question I ask you is unclear, right? But if I ask you, can you move the sofa by 1 meter to the right? It's completely clear of where and how much I want it moved. So in this piece of information, I need to give you a magnitude and the direction. And both of these things, the magnitude and direction, combined to be a vector quantity. So you can act on my request, right? So a vector quantity is a physical quantity that needs to be described by a magnitude and a direction to be complete. One example of a vector quantity is velocity. As you can see on the left here, the velocity gives you the information of how fast something is moving and the direction that it's moving to. Another example of a vector quantity is force. You need to specify in what direction the force is acting upon and how much the force is in terms of magnitude of pushing an object or something. Now, let's put everything together so that we can take a look and compare. On the left column, you have a vector quantity. On the right column, you have a scalar quantity. For a scalar quantity, you only need to specify a magnitude to completely describe it. On the other hand, for a vector, right here, you need both magnitude and direction to completely describe it. Examples of a scalar quantity include speed, distance, length, which is similar to distance, area, volume, mass, density, energy, temperature, and time. For the vector quantity, examples include velocity, displacement, acceleration. All of these three are involved in motion of an object. Other examples include force, momentum, electric and magnetic fields. Some of these quantities, you might not know what it is, but these are physical quantities that you can learn later on in other physics course. To enforce your learning, write, comment, or share what you have learned today and hashtag PhysicsLitUp. And subscribe to Physics Lit Up for the next video.